Welcome to Night of the Living Geeks. If you geek out over it, we've got a podcast for it.
Wildflower, hear me roar, call through the valley, curse forevermore.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Tornado Tag Radio here on NOTLG.com. Today, we are going to talk about 205 Live NXT. We're going to venture back to STARRCADE 1998 to watch a triple threat match. We've got some news. We have no questions, which is sad, but oh well, what are you going to do? My name is John, and joining me this week, as she does every week, is the Chuck Taylor to my Kenny Omega, Marianne. Hello.
I wasn't even, I felt like it would have insulted you if I made sure beforehand that you got the right person. I was like, I swear to God, and clearly I'm the Chuck Taylor of this pair, of these men of low moral fiber.
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed.
How goes it?
It goes good. By the time this is released, we will be in the same vicinity once again.
Yes, we will.
And I will be wearing lots of sequins.
Yes.
It will be excellent.
Perfect.
John and I are attending a Christmas party.
We are attending a Christmas party.
For we are festive beings who go to parties now, apparently.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I guess.
But how have you been?
I've been all right.
Did you get your ring resized?
I did get my ring resized. We got a ring for Lauren as well.
Excellent. I did see it's very Lauren.
Yes, thank you.
You went to a concert yesterday, too.
I did. I went and I saw Nine Inch Nails yesterday for the fourth time. It was very good. They were very good in concert.
Do you remember that joke we made a long time ago about New Nasty Neville, but all backwards ends like Nine Inch Nails?
No. Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
And then Jaren freaking stole it and put it on his Twitter.
Yeah.
I was like so mad. I was like, how dare you? You don't even listen to us, you piece of shit.
Ugh. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's it. That's all that's going on. Nothing else.
You threw out your back.
Well, yeah, I did. I stayed home
being
from
hardcore.
Work being hardcore and just sitting or standing at a concert. That's how.
Yeah, that's the badass thing you did. I broke a nail opening a Kit Kat bar.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was pathetic.
Well,
never broken a bone, done anything like that, but I've had my gallbladder removed because I eat too much butter and cheese, and then I broke a nail opening a mini, not even a regular size Kit Kat bar, like a baby Kit Kat bar.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Man, can't trust me with shit.
No,
but
apparently
anyways,
not.
We watched wrestling.
We did watch wrestling. Yeah, we watched 205 Live. This was strange because obviously I had free time today. So I got to watch everything today.
Not a good 205 Live.
No, it actually, I mean...
You know why?
Why is that?
You didn't have to press the button once.
That's very true. That's very, very true. There was no button pushing going on here.
And I don't know if that's a testament to my taste, but if there's a button pushing, that usually means that it's not a bad showing.
Very true. Very true.
This is me telling myself that I have good taste and there's absolutely nothing wrong with me mentally whatsoever.
I mean, let's see here. So the first thing, we get the rundown of the show as usual, and our main event is going to be Cedric Alexander taking on Tony Nese, and I went, yeah, I don't have to watch this. Great.
Yeah, I said, thank God, that saves me so much time that I don't have, because at the time I was like, I literally watched it like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, that's fine. More on that match later. We opened the show with Buddy Murphy taking on Grand Metalik, which sucks because I guess one Noam Dar,
You just made the list,
is injured or something.
He was supposed to go against my baby Noam.
I know. I'm very upset because I was pretty hyped about that match.
I was too, and he did that like spunky, I'm wearing a hoodie in a car at night promo to try and make himself look less like a baby.
He did.
And then he goes and gets hurt.
I guess
and then we
so.
get stuck with Grand Metalik, who always insists on dressing like a Power Ranger.
Yeah, I was going to say, his outfit looks very Power Ranger-esque today.
It has been lately. It was the last time he wrestled too, I think.
I wonder if he has one for all of them.
Huh. Nobody has as much gear as Kalisto, though.
Oh, absolutely not.
You remember when we were like, Kalisto has more gear than any person, like, ever.
Yeah, he does. He has so much gear. It's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
So, I mean, this match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, very good back and forth. I loved that. I didn't know what to call it, but when Grand Metalik jumped off I think it was the second or third rope, and Buddy Murphy caught him in a vertical suplex. I thought that was pretty cool. That's a nice little thing.
Yeah, it's a good move for strong lad and tiny lad.
Yes, and
good strong lad, tiny lad combination move.
Yeah, and Buddy Murphy basically killed Grand Metalik with a Liger bomb.
Dude, I love those so much.
Yeah, that shit was gnarly. And then
as are most of his moves.
Yeah, I mean, the finish, the Murphy's Law was.
It looks cool every time.
Yeah, every time it's just a very cool move. I don't get sick of it.
And it's one of those finishers too that isn't very obvious when they're setting up for it.
Oh yeah,
he just does it kind of quick. Like he could do it out of anything instead of like, and here it's not as predictable when the finisher's going to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh no, it does make sense. But I mean, yeah, that was a pretty good finish. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that match. And then we basically just got interviews in the middle. I mean, we had Uncle Drake with Brian Kendrick and Tozawa.
That was a weird bit.
It was
like,
strange.
Kendrick was just like, what's the opposite of new nasty? Because that's exactly what he was. Wholesome. Wholesome Max Kendrick.
I mean, Tozawa said Kendrick has changed, but he looks the same, and he'll change that. So I don't know.
Oh god, that scares me.
So I wonder if he's gonna shave, if he's gonna go back to being like when he was Spanky. Did you ever see him when he wrestled as Spanky?
Yes, actually, I've seen some stuff.
I mean, honestly, he almost looks like. I mean, when he was in Japan, they called him, I think, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know if that was his actual name, but
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It was like Leo Kendrick or something like that. I'm not sure.
That's so weird.
Yeah, but he looked.
Drake mentions the irony of them pairing together in a street fight. And after he says it, they just stare at him like this isn't ironic. And then he goes into he proceeds to explain why it's ironic when in fact it was not ironic and it's just a coincidence. That is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people will liberally use the term ironic when it's really actually just a coincidence. I think if you use the word ironic, like you really need to know what irony means.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Meaning, do not use what you think it is based on Alanis Morissette's song "Ironic."
Oh yes, definitely don't use that as a
ever, because nothing about that song is ironic. Yeah, Kendrick's changing his looks, and then Tozawa coming back afterwards, and it was just like an awkward, weird, just very typical Tozawa backstage segment.
Yeah, where he tells Drake he's fired.
And he just gets it up in people's personal space because that's like his favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. And then for our friends who actually watch Monday Night Raw, why didn't you see the title of last week's episode? But also, did you see that Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are the new tag team champions? Which is very interesting.
WTF?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand.
What?
Yeah, they're the new tag team champions.
It's like a kid and their dad.
Yes, basically. Oh,
it's like Nicholas and Braun, but not as cool.
They have matching gear now.
They do?
Yeah.
Do they both wear robes?
Ooh, that I don't know about, but they both wear just the tights.
I just pictured them both coming out to the Glorious theme, and they're both on like Lazy Susans.
But one is smaller.
But one is smaller, but one is like legit Lazy Susan, the other one's just a Roomba.
Yes. Like it. I like it. Let's see. Gulak and Gallagher, they say some things.
Gallagher.
Right. What did I say, Gallagher? Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Gallagher. It's going to be a street fight next week between Gulak, Gallagher, and Kendrick and Tozawa. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, and Gulak was like, guess what? Everything's legal. And I'm like, anything is legal for the legal eagle.
Yes, the Regal Beagle.
Anything is legal for the Regal Beagle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a new Nasty Daivari shaking hands with Hideo Itami.
What? Okay. Would you even be able to guess that he was a wrestler by looking at him in this segment?
No, absolutely
Exactly. Not. And he also it said wrestling was never meant to be flashy or pretty, and then he talks about wearing like flashy things, and I was like, says the man who's wearing rose-tinted sunglasses indoors at night and a knockoff Versace print jacket.
My God. Shoot week.
Come on.
Yeah.
We get it, you're Persian.
Very true.
What would really, really like sell Arya Daivari to me is if they, you know how they do those segments where somebody shows up, like
yes.
drives up to the center, the event center.
Yes.
Like that, but with Arya Daivari, and it's clearly a Beamer.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I would die.
Yes, that
and
would
for those
be...
of you who don't get that reference, it's a Clueless reference.
There you go.
So,
a reference to the movie Clueless.
Thank you.
Speaking of Clueless, Tony Nese is in the main event again. I'm not sure why, but...
You couldn't pay me to watch this match. I mean, like, you could, but you get what I'm saying.
So I watched it because I was
this
like...
is me saying I didn't watch it.
Yes, but I watched it because I guess I have a duty or something. I don't know. And it was fine. I mean, Tony Nese is a fine wrestler. He's just boring. We just think he's boring.
Yeah, so is Cedric Alexander.
Yes. Yeah.
Together they just equal average.
Yeah.
Or in my eyes, less than average.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is breaking news. I think Pentagon just killed Teddy Hart.
Teddy Hart was already dying at a faster rate than the rest of us.
Is this muted? Let me mute this and watch this. All right, he's got him on the apron. He's like, I'm going to do a thing. And he goes to... Oh, he's probably fine.
He's Teddy Hart.
That looked fucking brutal, though. He did a Canadian destroyer on the fucking apron.
Christ.
It's like, what are we doing?
What are you trying to prove to us, Pentagon?
Ooh, actually, oh boy, I don't know. I've literally watched it 1,000,000 times. It doesn't look... Well, we'll see. I will say Teddy Hart, I watched him do a moonsault elbow drop. Did you see that? He did it yesterday. It looked fucking cool. I really like it.
It totally baffles me sometimes when I'm like, oh yeah, Teddy Hart, like... is an insane person.
Yeah.
But, yeah, also.
Yes, but also, yes. Anyway, Tony Nese, Cedric Alexander, it was fine. I mean, I really don't have anything else beyond that to say about it. That's it.
Yep, that was 205 Live. It was not the A show this week.
No, definitely not. Let's talk about NXT.
Which was the A show.
Yes, NXT for us was the A show this week. We started off... with one, give me 1 second here, Robert Aquatic.
You just made the list!
As I am calling him now, apparently.
I don't get it. It took me forever to get it.
It's Bobby Fish.
Like, I didn't get it at first, and then, like, they were like, oh, and then main event is that, and I went, or, like, this is, like, planned for, I went, oh, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah.
Bobby Fish.
Robert
I get it.
Aquatic. Taking on EC3, and
in case anyone forgot, I love both of these people.
Yes, this was a fun little match. Yes. I will say, I'd like to thank Adam Cole for talking, so I fast forwarded 5 minutes until the match started. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
he came out, and I was like, why is Kyle O'Reilly acting like a monkey right now?
Did you see what I tweeted from the Tornado Tag Radio?
No, I didn't.
I need you to go check the last... I think it's the last tweet we have from there. Yes, it's the last thing I tweeted from that account. I need you to just go look. It is a series of pictures.
Oh, God.
So this match was fun. Man, that fucking powerbomb that EC3 gave to Bobby Fish was absolutely insane.
It was effortless as hell.
It yeah, he fucked him real bad. He got really fucked up.
He just picked him up like he weighed nothing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was amazing. I love EC3. He has got he's so good.
Yeah, he's very.
Oh,
good.
This is quality tweet material.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why is one of Bobby Fish's eyes really huge in this picture, like he's wearing a monocle without actually wearing a monocle?
Because he's confused why he's surrounded by so many boring people.
Oh my god. He's also wearing jeans.
True.
Yeah,
well, this is when he
jeans.
was injured, apparently.
This is terrible. Yeah, so anybody, and yeah, this is excellent tweet material. Anyways, continuing what you were saying.
Yes, I'm sorry. What were we we were talking about Bobby Fish and EC3 here. Bobby Fish was injured for a very long time. It's I guess easy to forget.
Did this cause you to forget how good he is?
Yes, to forget how good he is. He's got a real nice exploit. He's just a very good wrestler.
Yeah, Bobby Fish is fantastic. I don't know why podcast listener and friend Nick does not like Bobby Fish.
Wow, my God. Of all the people to dislike in this group, he is the least one to...
Yeah,
yes.
Bobby Fish is like the only thing that keeps you from forgetting who the rest of them are.
Absolutely. Love him. Bobby Fish's thighs deserve an award of their own. He's the best. Well then. That little when Bobby Fish got thrown into the ropes there and his head kind of slipped under the top rope was pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, it was.
Ugh, you just came back, man. EC3 gets a roll-up win, and here comes Heavy Machinery.
But they came out because,
they're friends.
Undisputed Chads are just pieces of shit.
Yeah, and they, I guess they called out Undisputed Era, and they were like, we don't care about you. And they're like, we'll show you.
I feel like one of the reasons why I don't like Undisputed Era as a group is because they're all A-personality white guys.
Yeah.
Named Chad.
Yeah.
But also that the leader of their group is the least impressive one out of all of them.
Yeah, very much
and
so.
I feel like if I was in that group, that would bother me.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is like, come on. Like, do you have to follow Adam Cole? Like, why? Never mind. Anyways, Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, they friends.
And haters beware. The MMA ladies are going to wrestle next week. So, I mean,
I already saw them wrestle.
Get your, some of us haven't seen.
Did they show when they wrestled, or was that not one of the recorded matches when they were in San Jose? Because they wrestled in San Jose.
They wrestled in San Jose, but I think, I don't know if all of that was taped for...
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this was taped at the Performance Center, or,
Speaking of things that were taped that I missed when I was there, was the last match of the next match.
Oh, did they had this match at San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this match was fucking amazing. It wasn't
this particular match.
Okay.
This is the second go around of the match that was at San Jose.
Right. Okay.
I don't know how, or I haven't. I feel like my list needs some revamping.
Okay.
Because I've already told you, well, he has been on the list before, but Simon Gotch has gone like way up high on my list.
Yes.
Mostly because he's hilarious.
You just made the list!
And he's also very funny. Very funny and hilarious. That's the same thing. I meant to say he's very intelligent, and that's like hot.
There you go.
But I was going to say Shane Thorne is great.
So, okay.
You just
going
made the
into
list.
this, yes.
There we go.
Going into this next match, which was the Brit and Brawlers, which I'm waiting for them to officially call themselves that, versus the Mighty.
Yes.
I should have waited till after to say that, but Shane Thorne is in the Mighty.
There you go. My first note is fuck yes. This match was awesome. At one point, I was like, man, this match is just really fast paced for a tag match. This is crazy. And then I think somebody grabbed the headlock, and I went, "Oh, okay, it's going to slow down." And then
Nope.
it didn't. It didn't slow down, and they just beat the fuck out of each other. This match was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that uppercut on the turnbuckle, and then he turned around and immediately just glared it
Yes.
right to Birch. I was like, my God, Shane. Side note, I got my Biff baby messaged me back, and he said, maybe I'll pitch it.
You'll pitch it. They need a shirt. The Brit-Am Brawlers.
They do. But this match was very, very good.
Oh, yeah. It was so fun. I thought...
It was different. They worked so well together. It's because they're all friends.
There was that power slam into a pin, and then Thorne hits a fucking cannonball off of Miller into the corner.
Oh my God, that's so inventive.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And it wasn't like kind of a half-assed like cannonball. It was like he caught pretty good air.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It wasn't like jumping off the back and then doing like an elbow drop a la 3.0.
Yes.
It was like crazy.
Oh yeah, it was super cool. Oni just slapping the shit out of everyone was great too.
As he does. That's typical Biff behavior.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Oni and Danny Burch won, right?
Yes.
Apparently
Yes,
I
they did.
completely forgot.
Because you were too entertained by that match. Yes, they did win.
I was. I'll tell you guys, we still have 2 matches to talk about, one being the main event and then the other one being our match of the week from Starrcade, but go out of your way to watch this match. It was a lot of fun.
It was very good, yes.
It was super good. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I watched it and I was like, wow. I was like, because I knew the Mighty was good, but sometimes it takes like a specific thing for you to go, wow, they're really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it makes you realize how like underutilized sometimes people are. And we'll get to that when we get to the main event.
Yeah.
But yeah, that match was great.
Absolutely. Now let's see. We got a little bit to go here before we get to the main event here. We just recap that we're getting Gargano and Black in a cage next week. We're like next week's going to be pretty jam packed. It seems like. So we're getting that match. We are getting the debut of Donnie Dijak.
Which is not his name, but I feel like we're just going to continue to call him Donovan Dijak. Because that name is like my favorite. It's like my favorite wrestling name.
Yeah, Donovan.
And I'm so bummed that he changed it.
Dijakovic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's just what's going to happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Next week is going to be crazy, and that's not actually everything. We're going to have Jessamine Duke and Marina Strong, or whatever her name is, take on
Shafir.
I'm just because she's married to Roderick.
Yeah, their kid is not cute.
Well,
so who was it? Holland? Somebody posted a picture of it, and I went, "Wow."
Yep. I mean, they all can't be zingers, I guess. I think that might be the name of the episode.
I have to find a way to word that so I can tweet it later. Just be like, they all can't be zingers. Like John talking about people's children.
Yeah, so Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are going to take on Jessamine Duke and Mrs. Roderick Strong. And they can't. My only note was, oh no, they can't speak. They only can laugh
or smile and nod, and also they're braid buddies.
Yes, they are.
She even added. Okay, do you remember last week where I said she had like woodland elf, like Lord of the Rings legless hair?
Yes.
Jessamine Duke.
Yes.
They even added the side braids, like the 2 down each side.
Mm-hmm. That's
even a legless hair.
Huh.
That's like full on legless hair. She could be a woodland elf. I'd see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I actually skipped this next part, but I mean, if you just want to have at it, you're good to go.
Okay, so the whole women's fatal 4-way match. I don't know when the fuck this was decided.
Well,
but since obviously the first contestant is Bianca Belair, and then they announced that Lacey Evans, who's garbage, gets to be one of the other people in the Fatal 4-Way match. And so now there's only 2 slots left. And I was like, what the hell did she do? Stop trying to make Lacey Evans happen. She's horrible.
Yeah.
She's real bad. That was John's noise of agreeing with me.
Yep. Yes, it was.
But going into it was Mia Yim versus Reina Gonzalez to fill one of the other 2 spots.
Yeah, and I didn't have any notes for this.
I didn't have any notes for it except for that Reina Gonzalez has props and did not know how to use them to benefit her character.
She
just
seems
brought
to
out
be
a cowbell and a rope, and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, she seems to be. I hope she puts it together. That's all I gotta say.
Get it
really.
together.
Get it together, but I think she'll figure it out. So.
Her jeans were like super ripped, like not even jeans anymore. I was like, "What? Don't wrestle in jeans."
Yeah, it was.
You are not Dean Ambrose.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of got it, but at the same time, Anyway,
not a strong enough gimmick.
No, we had an Aleister Black thing where he said some stuff about demons or something. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Probably.
And then we had our main event of the evening, which was Ricochet issuing an open challenge for the NXT North American Championship. And who should answer this challenge but one Tyler Breeze?
Oh my God, it's Tyler!
Who we haven't seen for a little while because his tag team partner's leg exploded or something. Can't remember what happened to him.
I hope it didn't harm his awesome leg tattoos that he's always hiding.
No, I think he's fine. I think he's just recovering. So whenever
Tyler Breeze, whose gear did not slow down.
No, it did not.
In fact, it sped up.
This was a pretty fun match.
Very fun.
Another match I suggest you go check out just because it was, it's a match we didn't think we'd ever see. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you thought you'd see it. So good for you, but I didn't. And it was
it was shitbag Trevor.
It was cool. I mean, the thing I have 2 notes. One of them is more of a wrestling note, which was Ricochet. I think he tried to come off the apron. He got caught with a drop kick, which was fun. But man, I forgot
he almost missed.
Yes, but it still looked all right.
It was still beautiful. It was just very well done. It was quick pace. You could tell that they have a lot of chemistry together.
Yeah.
And you had said like what I had said earlier is people that aren't being utilized like to their full like ability. Tyler Breeze is really good.
Yes, I absolutely forgot how good he was and how badly I missed him. There we go.
He's great with character work.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine Breeze. He did a reverse Rana in this match. Imagine him doing a reverse Rana in a main roster show.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even get 2 minutes to do a fucking reverse Rana.
Yeah, very true.
When he could have solved who attacked that Aleister Black.
He could have. So fast, so swiftly.
And so fashionably.
It would have been, that's one of my finest tweets.
It is indeed.
Breezango would find out who attacked Aleister Black in under 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, they for sure would have.
Love it.
And I wouldn't have been surprised. Everybody's underestimating them. But just because Fandango whispers.
Yeah.
Like so weird. I love that character quality.
Yeah.
Like it's one of my favorite things that he's added to it is that he whispers and just sounds like pervy all the time. I think it's brilliant. It's so brilliant. But Breeze is fantastic. That match was very even for a shitty Trevor match. They really know how to work together. It was evenly matched.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was
a good choice.
Yeah.
For them to pick.
Absolutely.
Him. And I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No. I kind of hope this open challenge thing happens for a little while. I think that's fun.
If Ricochet's going to be the next John Cena.
Basically, why not? Next up, we had a triple threat match. Actually, what was I going to ask you? Do you think, I mean, I guess like if in this instance, because Tyler Breeze was a mainstay in NXT before he got called up, do you think he should stick around until Fandango is he's better.
You mean it should be like a hype bros situation?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you could do that.
I think
I feel like
fun.
it would be. I feel like it would be one of those things that Tyler Breeze, like out of the two of them, could definitely kind of stand more on his own.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely stronger together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they go so well together.
All right, here we are. I'm trying to think of a name for this segment, but I can't really. What is it? Throwback
Classic match.
Our classic match. Our classic match
it's Thursday.
segment.
Well, we're recording on a Thursday, but it doesn't get released till Friday,
Yeah.
so it doesn't work that way.
Flashback Friday, match of the week.
Yay.
Sure, whatever. I don't know.
How cliche.
Yeah, I know. All the way from 1998. Marianne, give us a date check.
I was 8 years old.
There we go. STARRCADE, hailing from Washington, D.C. in the MCI Center, almost at the end of the year, December 27th, 1998. We watched the opening match, which was a triple threat match for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. It was Billy Kidman defending his championship against Rey Mysterio Jr. and Juventud Guerrera.
That's such a fun name.
Isn't it? They called him Hoovy Juice.
Juventud.
Marianne, this is your first time seeing, I believe, two of these gentlemen wrestle.
No, I've seen Juventud.
You have?
Yeah, he would come and wrestle for Pro Wrestling Revolution sometimes.
I was just going to say, yes, he's wrestled for Pro Wrestling Revolution. But, I mean, you haven't seen...
It's my first time seeing Billy Kidman, and my first note about Billy Kidman was that he looks like an off-season construction worker.
Which is very funny because...
they mentioned them looking like construction workers later.
Yes. Oh, so did you watch the Eddie and Billy Kidman match?
Yes.
Okay, I also watched it, but I didn't take any notes on it.
I was like, oh my god, look at him.
Yeah.
Coming out with them jorts and a tribal calf tattoo.
Well, let me give you a little background on Billy Kidman. He was originally, when he first came in, he was a member of the Flock. He was a member of Raven's Flock.
Of Seagulls?
No, of Raven's Flock. So it was just Raven who...
Of Seagulls.
He just had a bunch of dudes that hung out with him, and they were all like weird and outcasts. And Kidman's gimmick was he was a heroin addict. They didn't come out and say he was a heroin addict, but he was constantly just scratching his arms and scratching all over. And his shooting star press was called the 7-Year Itch, which was pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then the group broke up, and then he just became Billy Kidman, and
the name suits him because he does look like a kid man.
A kid man. He does indeed look like a kid man.
He puts like his look is like zero effort, which is also goals for me.
Yeah.
To just put zero effort into my look. But he looks like Becky's shithead boyfriend who she later marries on Roseanne.
Oh
What's
my
his
god.
name? Is it Mark?
Yes.
That's what he looks like.
Wow.
But he's a mechanic. So he could be a mechanic too, I guess. I don't know. It's the 90s.
Anyway.
But on the other side of the spectrum, Hoovy looks badass at all times.
Yeah, Juventud. This was I forgot how...
Tell me your hair secrets. Christ, that blowout's fantastic. His hair is beautiful.
I will say, Juventud loves them springboards, don't he?
No, for sure.
He did like 40 springboard moves in this match. It was pretty crazy. I never remembered him doing so many springboards, but I mean, I guess when you're good at it, you might as well just keep doing it.
Yeah, right.
I completely forgot that we were in the midst of the LWO, the Latino World Order, which was, I believe, originally formed by Eddie Guerrero because he thought all of the Latin superstars were not getting the attention they deserved.
Is he wrong, though?
No, he was right. It's completely right.
Got to put it in an acronym so it's real.
Yeah. I love their LWO shirts, too. They're great. It was, who was in this? There were a lot of people in this, but, I mean...
Was it like the Mexican Bullet Club?
Yes, which was actually also a thing. There was a Mexican Bullet Club.
What?
Yeah, for a little bit. Anyway, it was Eddie Guerrero, Forcefully Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis, La Parca, Silver...
La Parca!
Yeah, Silver King, Viano 5, Hector Garza, Syncope, Damien 666.
I was going to say he has to be in it.
And one El Dandy, which one time Bret Hart famously said, "Who are you to doubt El Dandy?" Where that was, you have to find that interview. I'll send it to you. It's just so funny because it's a backstage promo with Mean Gene Okerlund, and he's like, "Bret Hart, who's going to challenge you for your United States Championship?" And he's like, "I don't know. Anybody could challenge you. It could be El Dandy." And
who am I to doubt El Dandy?
Gene Okerlund's like, "El Dandy," and he goes, "Who are you to doubt El Dandy?" It's like the greatest Bret Hart interview of all time. I'll find it for you. It's great.
That's so funny.
It's very good. But anyway, the LWO, clearly we had two people that were in the LWO, one being Juventud Guerrera, the other being Rey Mysterio Jr., who was in it. I think he lost a match, so he had to join. I can't remember what it was.
That's terrible.
It's something like that.
I think Hoovy did a Frankensteiner to Mysterio off of Kidman, and it was fantastic.
Yes, man, this match was a lot of fun. I'm glad we picked this over. I think it was Hogan and Sting.
Yeah.
Goodness. What else? There was the...
It was an improvised bulldog off of Kidman's shoulders.
Yes! That was cool, too. The Hurricane Rana on Hoovy by Ray onto the floor was insane.
Yeah.
The top rope Acai moonsault was also crazy. There's just so much crazy shit.
With the weird little squiggle underneath it.
Yes. Well, I mean, it is that acai is different.
Acai berry. It's a berry, right?
Well, I mean, and it's also Ultimo Dragon's real last name.
But John, you're just supposed to go with my joke.
Yeah, your joke is great too.
Okay, thanks.
But also Ultimo Dragon. We need to watch more Ultimate Dragon matches. He's the best.
Would you say he's Ultimo?
I would say he is the ultimate. Yes. The shooting star press to the outside was, I'm sure Lil John Pingle was like, "What the fuck was that?" But also Big John Pingle was like, "Man, that was fucking crazy."
So the same thought?
Yeah, basically. I wish Juventud had hit a good Hoovy driver, which is basically the Michinoku driver. But he stalled it a little more. With his name instead? Yeah, he stalled it a little more than Taka did. And I fucking really liked it, but he didn't really hit a good one this time. I was hoping we get a good one, but that's fine. Eddie Guerrero comes out. I mean,
with bangs all the way around. He had a mullet. But also... effortlessly beautiful ponytail, and I was really jealous.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And he tries to help one of the members of the LWO win, but that doesn't happen, and Kidman ends up getting the win. And Eddie is just cutting a 17-minute long promo that doesn't age well.
It looks... Okay, so after they lost, and he, finds out that they lost, he oversold it and just looked ridiculous. And then that promo would have been a lot more effective if he didn't start losing his voice halfway through it because he was yelling the whole time.
Oh yeah.
You could be effective.
Yeah.
Effective at being angry without yelling the whole time.
Yeah.
But then his voice started to go out, and then he just started to sound completely ridiculous. But then he said, "If you can hear me, you dweeb," and I started laughing and forgot all about that.
Yes, he called Kidman a dweeb. Kidman came back out and said, "Oh, I'll fight you right now." And then they actually did have an impromptu match that lasted about 10 minutes. That was pretty good, too.
Eddie was like, "Let me go get ready first." And he was like, "No, idiot.
Yeah.
You said if you want to fight me now, we're going to fight now. You don't get time to get ready. You think you can beat me now? You try and beat me now."
Yes, and they had an impromptu match.
For I Am a Kidman.
For I Am a Kidman, yes, and they had an impromptu match, and it was pretty good. It was fun.
Yeah,
I didn't take any notes.
Screaming, so. Eddie turning around and just screaming "Cayete."
Yes.
At Hoovy, in the middle of a sentence. I was like, man, he is master of the Spanglish language. So good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, Kidman retains in both matches. Yeah.
I'm down for Billy Kidman.
Yeah, Kidman was pretty fun to watch in WCW. And I think he might have been fun to watch in WWE, but I honestly can't really remember any of his matches, to be honest, if we are being honest. So next week, which I actually have to make sure next week is the 20th. Okay. Next week we are going back to 1985 to watch.
I was a glint in the milkman's eye.
There you go.
Actually, I don't even think my parents were married yet.
We are going to be watching...
and therefore, they weren't divorced yet.
Oh, well, there you go. We're going to be watching one, Magnum TA. Have you ever heard of Magnum TA? This should be interesting.
I've heard of Magnum TI.
Well, yes, he looked exactly like Magnum TI, but
was he a teacher's assistant?
No, he was not. He's just a guy.
A Magnum teacher's assistant?
Yes, and I have a story to tell about Magnum TA when we get to it. Hopefully this match lives up to what it should, but it does have one Tully Blanchard in it, so he is a very good wrestler. And it is a steel cage match that is also an I Quit match, which is interesting. Yeah, we're gonna check it out. Also, I don't know how old this picture is that someone just tweeted, but they tweeted a picture of Mike Quackenbush and Drew Gulak in the WWE Performance Center, both wearing Chikara shirts.
Oh, no, this was like 2 days ago.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's
This was
good.
recently. Drew posted it on Instagram today.
Oh, great. Good stuff.
Because I follow the Regal Beagle.
Absolutely. Great. So that's going to be next week. We're going to watch that match, and I am excited for it. We got a couple of news items. I'm gonna hit the button, but I'm also very sad. Dakota Kai.
You just made the list!
Out for 9 months with a torn ACL. I guess you just can't be friends with someone who has the shiniest wizard.
You definitely can't.
Man, that is fucking rough. Because it looked like she was on her way to at least getting into the title picture, but she's gone until basically August, right? No, September of next year.
Christ, that
which
blows.
sucks a lot. What else do we got? Cody Rhodes apparently passed up on a WWE contract, but I'm not going to believe anything anyone in the Elite says until they show up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I'm like thinking all sorts of crazy things that could be happening.
Also, I don't care about the Elite, so whatever.
Well, all right then. Let's talk about this PWG card that was announced.
Very briefly, you put.
I put
notes.
very briefly. I don't know why. It was
you do know why.
announced on the 10th that PWG's Hand of Doom it'll be the first PWG event of 2019. It'll take place on January 18th, and I am looking forward to asking for that day off. We're going to get a lot of debuts here and a lot of returns as well. But Jungle Boy is going to make his PWG debut against...
I'm very excited about that. I've been watching him wrestle for a long time.
I just actually got to see him wrestle live for the first time at the Joey Janela's LA Confidential, and he was quite good. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen him.
Really? Yeah, because he's up in the Bay Area, like, I think every APW show he's booked.
Oh, well, good.
So I've seen him a lot.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. He's going to take on Brody King, and this could quite possibly be Brody King's last PWG match because he's been snatched up by ROH, and we know how that's
PWG match, and he also might get arrested for murdering Jungle Boy.
Very true. Puma King
in front of his dad, who will probably be there.
Oh my god,
his dad being one Luke Perry.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah,
he's Luke Perry's kid.
You didn't know that?
I feel like I did know that.
He was totally at because Jungle Boy was at the Cow Palace when APW was at the Cow Palace, and Luke Perry was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Well, I mean, they all can't be zingers, Marianne.
Or they can be zingers.
I don't know. Just trying to drive it home at this point.
Let's get to the most important announcement of the PWG show.
Hold on. Puma King's going to take on DJZ.
I don't care.
But for me, let me set the scene for you, Mariana. I was at a wonderful dinner with my fiance and my brother-in-law who was in town. We went to
Did the dingo eat your fiance?
No, we went to a fancy restaurant called Major Domo. You may have seen pictures that I posted on my Instagram story. And in the middle of this dinner, I said, you know what, I'm going to look at my phone because there's lots of baseball goings on. And I saw that PWG had started announcing this card, and I think you had also actually texted me. And I was like,
I don't know if I did.
You might have about that. A match.
No, I texted you after they announced my favorite part, and I said I almost crashed my car.
Right, but then I went and I'm like, oh, let's see what the rest of the card is, and I let out a literal gasp at this dinner, and I said, oh my God, Jonathan Gresham is making his PWG debut.
Oh yeah, you love him.
And not only is he making his PWG debut, he's taking on Robbie Eagles.
Who you also love.
Yes, this should be an interesting match. I fucking love Jonathan Gresham. People were putting out...
a long time.
I have. People have put out their... What have they put out? The wish list for 2019 for PWG. And I think besides... Anthony Henry, Jonathan Gresham was high on my list, and we can check him the fuck off. So good for him. I will say it got the most favorites of any tweet they put out for this card. I'm just saying.
I'm very excited.
We have LAX, which is Ortiz and Santana taking on Flamita and Ray Horace, which should just be a fucking insane match.
Yeah.
We have known flat earther Flip Gordon taking on Bandito, which should also be insane.
Bandito is nuts.
Yeah, Bandito's nuts. Flip Gordon is also nuts. So let's fucking go crazy.
But he's actually nuts because he thinks the earth is flat.
Yes, he's legitimately nuts. Then we have a PWG World Tag Team Championship match.
Oh, you get that button ready, sir.
I've pulled it up for. It's going to be the defending champions, the Rascals, which consist of Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier, and they will be taking on Best Friends, who make their return to PWG, which is the team of Trent and Chuck Taylor.
You just made the list.
My favorite wrestler ever and his best friend.
So that should be pretty fucking cool. And then we have...
I'm so excited to have them back.
Yes. And then the main of...
Honestly, I miss them both. Obviously, because I love Chuck Taylor. He's just the light of my life and makes me laugh very hard.
Yes.
But I really do miss Trent.
Yes.
Because he is so much fun to talk to. And you've never met him, have you?
No, I have not.
I need you to meet him when you go to that show.
Okay.
Like, if you do one thing, it's please talk with Trent. He is so funny and so wonderful and so nice and just an absolute adorable idiot. Like, he is exactly... Like, when you look at videos of Trent doing anything, like just interviews and stuff, what you're seeing is literally how he behaves. There's no surprise. He's like... Well, with Dustin's like awkward sauce. Like, he's exactly how you think he would be, like, just is awkward. And then Trent is, like, awkward, but vocal and shameless about it.
Absolutely.
And it's just great. And I'm really, really excited about this because the Rascals are so good.
Yes, they are.
So everyone immediately, like, what happened was they announced this, and I saw it right when they announced it, and I was, like, driving home from work, and I was like, bah! And freaked out. But, a bunch of people texted me at the same time.
Of course.
And then I texted Dustin and I was like, Dustin, everybody's texting me that you're going to be at PWG. Are you ready to get hugged until you're real uncomfortable?
Oh boy, I'm sure he.
And he was like, his response was, "Eat a butt."
Nice. Classic Dust. Classic Big Dust. Main event is going to be Trevor Lee taking on Jeff Cobb for the PWG World Championship.
What the fuck happened? Trevor Lee?
A lot of people are saying this might be Trevor Lee's last PWG match, and I'm not sure why, but hey, I think it should be a good match.
Trevor Lee's crazy.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy him. I think he's great.
He really knows how to take a character that like doesn't have a lot of depth and make it super memorable.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, a lot of the people, like, PWG is not known for depth.
Right.
But Trevor Lee is just, he takes what he's given and he somehow magically makes it work towards what you would expect of him. Like, it's just, he's very clever.
Yeah.
Despite how slow he talks.
Yeah, so that's the card. They have not announced when tickets go on sale yet, which is weird. And they better do it very soon because, yeah, I want to buy tickets for that for sure.
I'm so shit broke right now. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to be gone seeing you when payday happens.
Nice.
So I'm just going to be scrounging off of just my credit card and whatever Ernesto gives me. The scraps that Ernesto gives me.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's it. Nobody asked us any questions, so whatever, I guess.
Which is fine because I'm sleepy, so...
Yeah. And I don't know. I gotta edit. I gotta edit this, I guess. I'm not really sure. Oh shit, and I gotta... man, I have laundry that is just sitting downstairs. But basically all the roommates are gone, so whatever. Anyway, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Tornado Tag Radio.
You can follow me on Twitter at Sailor Moonsalt, and you can follow my wonderful co-host John Pingle on Twitter
at JP Thrice.
Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and now Spotify. What happened to SoundCloud?
And SoundCloud.
And SoundCloud. See, I knew there was one in there. So just search for Tornado Tag Radio. You can rate and review us as well. Let us know how we're doing.
Yes, absolutely. You can also head on over to notlg.spreadshirt.com. Buy one of our Tornado Tag Radio shirts. I feel like we said we were going to work on a new logo, and, well, that never happened. Maybe we'll look into that soon. Anyway, support TTR and all the other podcasts on the NOTLG network. Patreon.com/NOTLG. Yeah, just donate. We would appreciate it. It helps us keep things a-running.
Help me, I'm poor.
Yes, help Mariachi is poor. I mean, you could probably just set up your own thing and people would donate to that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's so much effort.
So that's all for us this week. Join us again next week as and TLC is on Sunday, but whatever.
Which everybody, it's not just us. A lot of people forgot.
Yeah. It's also in San Jose, so.
Yeah, and I asked Mojo. Mojo was in Sacramento yesterday. One Dean Mutati. And he said, I was like, are you going to be in San Jose this weekend? He was like, I don't think so. And I was like, okay, cool, because I'm not either, and that's all that matters. So, join us again next week for episode 190? No, not yet. 188. Goodness gracious, we're just trucking along. We'll get there very soon, but there's Fucking hell, John just got really carried away for a second there.
There's only one thing left to do, so man, if you will...
Ring the bell so I can go to bed.
This has been a Night of the Living Geeks production. For more information and content, visit NOTLG.com.